Good morning, Dubai. This is the Lovin Dubai show where we go through the big trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. Our top story for you today: school bus times will potentially be capped for students to avoid lengthy travel journeys.
The Ramadan working hours have been announced officially for the public sector.
Dubai is set to welcome a massive new desert oasis with lake, trails and camping zones.
And a Redditor is getting hilariously roasted online for his post about fog in Dubai.
Poor guy.
Yes.
Poor guy. In today's rapid weather report, it's mostly sunny with temperatures ranging from 21 to 32 degrees.
And later on the show, we'll be speaking with Shayma Sabry about her next chapter as she talks about how she went from cancer to being an unstoppable queen.
We're so excited to welcome her to the show. But before we get to all of that, quick question for you. Have you heard of these admin nights?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, well, it's like a new thing, but I thought it was like a young person thing. So the idea is everyone has like this admin list, right? Do you have an admin list of all...
Of the tasks to be done?
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like the task that never gets done. And so for decades, ions, generations, eras, no one ever did their admin. But the Gen Z idea is you bring all your mates together and you might have some food, you might have some drinks. It's a Friday night. And you sit down and you motivate each other to do the pesky tasks and you help each other, whether it's like putting your receipts together, paying off, you know, all of the stuff that you just chalk up, you do it together.
I love that. I actually love that.
Right?
Yeah, I've always had this thing that, you know, I need some kind of help to get the adult task done. Yeah. Like I need some kind of motivation because I keep moving it for later. I'm like, okay, after work, probably after like whenever I've got the time, I keep shifting it. But I've noticed this whenever I meet up with my friends, like this comes into the discussion naturally and I kind of pick on it after that, like after like we have a meetup and we discuss all of this and I'm like, okay, I need to get this done, I need to get that done. I think so this is a good idea.
So there, that step of like, oh, the friend has done it, so then I need to do it.
Yeah, could be. But they also like guilt trip you. Like I've got an admin friend as well. And she talks about how she got her task done and she was like, have you done this? I'm like, no. Why are you not doing it? Why are you delaying it? And I'm like, okay, I'll get it done, no worries.
What do you mean you have an admin friend? What's an admin friend?
She works at the admin. So she has like a proper to-do list and like she's got notepads, sticky notes stuck everywhere saying get this done, get this done, get this done. So very sorted out and like I am quite the opposite. So she even bought me those notepads just to, you know, have me write and like get it done. She's like, get it done, get these done.
What kind of, and I think like anyone watching today, what are the worst bits of admin that you have on your agenda? Like what is the most annoying things? Like for me, I think I always put off booking health appointments. Like I'm like, I know I need to get that checked, but it's really tomorrow's problem. And I never do it. We have free healthcare. I never do it because I just never book it.
Yes, I have the same thing. So I don't really, it's very embarrassing to say, but I don't book my medical appointments.
Same.
I keep it like, so I'm like, I keep it for later. I'm like, once 5 o'clock is done, I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow now. It's like, today's ass is over.
Today finishes at 5, so yes. we'll get to that
it's tomorrow. And every time I go back home, it's like, you know, I delay it and my parents, they are the ones who always book it. So my parents keep booking my appointments and whenever I go to the hospital, I feel like, you know, I'm back to being that kid because I sit in the chair and my mom's explaining what's wrong. She's like, she's got this sorted out. I'm like, yeah. So I feel like a lot of the admin tasks that I should be doing, I don't essentially do them.
Yeah. You know, another one that always sticks up for me is work expenses.
Okay.
I hate doing, it's actually gotten better. We have a better software now, but the system before, like you would have to take a photo of every receipt, and then the receipt, and then when you don't do it for a month, and then it logs. So there's taxis, there might be food, and it's like 1, 2, 3, and your phone bill. So I'm always 2 months behind, sometimes 3, and you're not allowed to be 3 months behind.
Yeah.
So
Our
it gets
finance
awkward.
department's got really great patience in those terms.
Yeah. Any other annoying admin? Oh, insurance.
Insurance for...
You know when you go to an insurance and it's pay and claim?
Yeah.
That is the bane of my life.
You don't get it done.
No, I don't know if I've mentioned, by the way, I'm pregnant. I haven't mentioned this on the show.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. 5 months in, and paying claim on, everyone at work knows obviously, but I just haven't mentioned on the show. Everyone, it's some of the bills are paying claim. So I've got like stacks of these, and I have to go to the doctor every single month, and it's like paying claim. Like, you think pregnancy is hard? Paying claim insurance is hard. It's hard work.
Yes, but my God, I feel
Oh
like,
my gosh,
yeah, that's the thing. I feel like, I need some proper adult to, like, be with me just to take care of this admin task. I feel like we were speaking about this recently as well, where Akuli Farah, she was mentioning that, I need someone to do all of these for me. Like, she's got a journal, and she's like, no, I need someone who can keep pestering me with these tasks, telling me, get it done, get it done.
You know what? That's what AI needs to do. It needs to be our taskmaster to remind us.
I feel like it could do that as well.
I feel like it could, because like there's the dates and the timelines, and it's like, okay, you've got a month to do your car registration, get it done.
Yeah.
I was on really shaky lines there. Speaking of cars and travel and pesky things, recently the Federal National Council, FNC, met, and school travel times were discussed.
So the UAE has officially capped student travel time, and in a move to boost student well-being, the Minister of Education, Sara Al-Amiri, has announced new limits on how long kids can spend on school buses. So starting from now, bus trips will be capped at 45 minutes for kindergarten students and max 60 minutes for older students.
This comes after parents raised concerns, and this is why it was brought up at the meeting, about time that children are spending on school buses per day, and some are equaling more than 2 hours each way. So the issue was discussed during the Federal National Council meeting, where concerns were raised about how these long journeys are affecting overall energy levels of students and also their well-being.
So Minister Al-Amiri, she clarified that the ministry hadn't officially recorded routes exceeding 2 hours, but the new caps will now be strictly enforced to make sure travel times stay within the limits. The aim is simple: keep transport efficient, but make sure students have enough time for rest, homework, family time, and just being kids.
But it doesn't stop there. The ministry has also set up a dedicated transport quality unit to monitor school bus operations daily and address any complaints quickly.
So long school commutes, they have been a hot topic for a while among many family parents groups, and this shows that the government is truly listening. So shorter rides, happier kids, and less exhausted mornings.
Which is amazing. We hope that we can see it come into force. I think it's just a traffic thing, and so once you fix the traffic, which we know there's so much work being done constantly, new roads opening, a lot of investment, and in the next 2 to 3 years we will see a change. And then when that comes, the school bus situation. And we have also seen different measures on the school bus front, right? Like they've announced possibly private options for smaller buses, which would be take the kid from A to Z, because another issue is not just the traffic, it's the stopping time. So when they're stopping, picking up in each neighbourhood.
Yeah, the routes, they have been a topic actually. A lot of them have been discussing this, and I think, as usual, Dubai was hearing all of it, and I think they introduced the pooling initiative, where if within one locality there's kids from like different schools as well, they'll be helping out in picking them up and dropping them to the school. So I like initiatives like that in terms that, I know that there are few buses that cover a very long route. Especially in my area, it's like, within the area itself, there's a lot of stops. So for me, it feels like, one Al-Khil gate alone would suffice for one bus. So, with many buses like this coming and school times being capped, I think it's a really good initiative, especially for kids as well. Because I also wouldn't be a big fan of, spending long hours on the bus.
True. I think the kids just eventually end up sleeping and things.
Yeah, most of them just sleep off. It's like, it's a tough time for the conductors and staff actually. I've noticed this every time they stop, they keep trying to waking up the kids.
Oh,
They're like,
really?
please wake up, just go.
Oh, the cuties. Well, it looks like change is afoot anyway, so if it's a concern for parents, do know that the discussions are being had. Speaking of changes afoot, we are very close to the beginning of the holy month of Ramadan, and with that, working hours have been announced for the public sector. The UAE federal government has officially announced working hours for the holy month of Ramadan. The Federal Authority for Government Human Resources confirmed that ministries and federal entities will operate from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday.
On Fridays, working hours will run from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. And the authority also noted that the flexible working arrangements may continue during Ramadan as long as employees complete the approved daily working hours.
Interesting. These timings apply to federal ministries and entities, except for roles where the nature of the job requires different hours. And that is the latest update as the country prepares for the beginning of the holy month. As usual, private and public sector are announced separately, and so no word on the private sector announcement yet, but traditionally and always and on a UAE government website, it currently states generally 2 hours less in the working day, and I assume that will continue to be the change this year.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. I love the working hours during Ramadan, but I see the change immediately, like, coming up everywhere else. So my cab driver also mentioned this just yesterday. He was like, have your timings changed? How's it going? I was very concerned. I'm like, what's going on? And he was like, because I need to like sort out with every person that I'm taking around.
Right.
So all of their timings are being changed. Many are shifting to work from home completely over the week. And some have 2 hours less. Some people who do different shifts, their hours also change accordingly. So he was just mapping all of them, and I was also being a part of it. I'm also mapping. I'm like, okay, you can do this. So
generally, you'll find it's a quieter time on the roads because the federal entities, there'll be some work from home opportunities, and with different start times and finish times, the schools have announced, the KHDA has announced that the schools have the autonomy to create their start and end time, which will mean quite a slight difference between the different schools. And so, apart from the lead up to sunset, which tends to be traffic as people are heading to iftar in different places, there is less traffic on the roads.
Yes.
It is a calmer time. It's a beautiful time to be in Dubai. It really is.
Yes, and I'm actually very, very much looking forward to Ramadan hours. I love how, everything just, of course, it turns calmer, it turns quieter, and I get like, I feel like, after coming to Dubai, I've also become a part of the Ramadan celebrations as it is. I go for iftar, I go for these celebrations, everything. And working hours, especially, so the thing is when the hours get reduced, I feel like I get to spend more time with my friends as well, family. It's like picking up on all the time that, we couldn't have spent otherwise. We just meet up, we have a good time. It's a really nice time. I like Ramadan.
You're so right, and it's learning a little bit about the culture of family and everything like that as well. And also you can do your admin.
Yes, admin tasks.
Those extra hours, actually. But I think routines will change, particularly for everyone fasting. But the Lovin Dubai show will continue with you throughout. And just a shout out for the show that if you watch in the morning but you miss parts, you'll also find us on podcast, wherever you get your podcast from, and also newly on LGTV. Yes, you can find the Lovin Dubai show there. And all of our shows, it's a new Lovin segment that you'll find. So any LGT over owners can find it on the fast channels there, which is super exciting. Let's jump into our next story. Dubai to welcome a massive new desert oasis with lakes, trails and camping zones. Dubai is getting a brand new environmental and recreational hotspot announced by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai. He has approved the Al Layan Oasis development, a 1 million square metre destination built around a stunning, beautiful, picture this, desert lake that spans more than 250,000 metres.
The project is designed to celebrate the beauty of Dubai's desert landscape while promoting sustainability and quality of life for residents and visitors both. So the Al Layan Oasis forms part of Dubai Municipality's Blue and Green Roadmap 2030, and it complements the Dubai Countryside and Rural Areas Development Plan, which is focused on preserving nature and creating unique tourism and leisure experiences for all.
So, if you want to visit the stunning destination once it opens, what can you look forward to? There will be 14 kilometres, phenomenal, 14 kilometres of walking and cycling tracks, including 4 kilometres of elevated paths with panoramic desert views, plus 1,000 parking spaces and integrated infrastructure to make your entire journey very, very smooth. Whereas the site, I'm hearing you ask, located around 50 minutes from the city centre, it expects to see about 330,000 visitors annually.
The Oasis will also feature 4 key zones. So there's the Gathering Oasis with an amphitheatre and event spaces. Wow. And then there's the Family Oasis with play areas, rest spots for families. And then there will be the camping space for caravans and environmental education. And the 4th zone would be the Recreational Oasis, which offers retail and leisure experiences, all within the sustainable setting.
So many options there. Dubai Municipality is also opening up 365,000 square metres for investment opportunities, supporting public-private partnerships and boosting the local economy. So if that's something you're interested in, you can certainly reach out. This is amazing. This is one of those announcements that we'll say now, and then, once it's finally ready in, guess, about 2 years, it's going to be absolutely a game changer.
Yes,
I do think.
Definitely. I feel like this, like when all these projects, like when Al Qudra Lake and the Love Lake, all of those came up, I feel like, everyone were just flocking in as well, because like they were excited to see this side of Dubai. Like every time people keep commenting stuff like, Dubai's not got greenery, Dubai's not got this, that. It's like we keep having, building structures that prove them wrong apart from, like, otherwise also. So it's a really good project, and I think they've got they've got so many the trails, the lakes, the camping zones. These are things that people keep looking forward to every now and then. They keep going for trekking. Camping is one of the things that we constantly keep investing into. Like myself, even though I go camping less, I feel like I've bought all the camping structures, the tents and everything.
Yeah,
same. Just at one point, if I feel like going, I can do that.
We have it all.
Yes.
Interesting you mentioned camping, because they've also mentioned there'll be an area for caravans.
Yes.
And there isn't a huge caravan culture here in the country. There used to be Jebel Ali Beach before it was closed for redevelopment, and you would find the camper vans, the ones that you can drive down there. There'd always be like 5 or 10. But there must be an area that people go, but this will be an area that you can take your camper van. And we see what the weather is like at the moment. It's so beautiful, and the scenery that we're surrounded by is so unique. And like the cold mornings, the fresh air, and then the beautiful sunny days. I think it'll be so impressive. 50 minutes outside of the city, would that put you off visiting?
No, not really.
No, it wouldn't. Why would it?
It wouldn't. Because 50 minutes elsewhere, I feel like it feels like a big deal. But here, it's still like a good drive down there. So I feel like I'd enjoy the drive regardless in Dubai.
And Al Qudra is, you say that you mentioned that Dubai builds infrastructures that continues to prove people wrong. But we have small options like Al Qudra, which is not small, but it's a 50k cycling loop. Small in terms of the attention it gets and how phenomenal the facility is for people who love to enjoy nature, ride bikes at the weekend, to get out into the desert, but really only a 25-minute drive, depending on where you are. And so this is just going to be that multiplied by 10 in terms of infrastructures and facilities for the families, the kids, the nature lovers. And when people say, they don't like to come to Dubai because it's, focused on shopping and food, well, you can just show them Al Layan Oasis.
Yes.
An incredible announcement. Let's jump into our next story. Speaking of weather and nature, a post on Reddit is getting a lot of attention.
So a Redditor, he is getting hilariously roasted after asking about fog in Dubai. So a tourist, he shared photos from his hotel view over the 3 days. And so day one, there was like, he got a crystal clear view of Burj Khalifa and everything. It was absolute postcard vibes. And 3 days later, it was completely blanketed in fog. So he probably thought it was straight out of like a horror movie thing, and he was worried about it.
And so genuinely concerned about the nature of the weather in the city that he jumped onto Reddit and said, what is happening? And he used the question, is this harmful? And so needless to say, Dubai jumped in and, you know, we kind of lost it and defended the city as such.
So here are some of the comments that are getting the attention and giving everyone the laughs. One person said, welcome to the planet, mate. And another hilarious reply was, Earth is earthing, fog is fogging. A very much valid explanation on what's going on.
One of the most upvoted comments was, no Burj Khalifa views today. Your free trial is over. Buy the premium service for the premium experience. Honestly, yeah, 10 out of 10 for that comment. Safe to say that tourists discovered fog in Dubai, but at the cost of becoming a viral Reddit thread.
And just a PSA, it was just a couple of foggy days here, nothing harmful, nothing dramatic, just weather doing weather things.
And if anything, it's a little reminder that seasons, dare I say it, are shifting. Summer is slowly making its entrance. That's usually what happens. The fog comes and that means it's a turn of the weather. So yes, summer, the dreaded S word, it's on its way. It's very interesting though, because I think if you haven't been here before, you see sunny Dubai. And that's why we are all guilty of videoing fog in the morning and sharing it on social, because it is still pretty rare and it's so foggy. Like where I grew up in Ireland, like it's foggy, but here it's like thick, heavy. Like we don't do anything by halves. We do everything by times a million, multiply. It's like thick, heavy fog. Or if it's going to rain, it's going to pour and the streets are going to be flooded. If it's going to be sunny, it's going to be super duper hot. But we get the rain and the fog so much less than sun that I think if someone wasn't really aware, it would have been quite magnificent to see this incoming fog and think, wow, is this okay? But yeah, it's just a foggy morning in the desert.
Yes. Have you ever had any other, such tourist discovery moment like when you came to Dubai?
Tourist discovery moments. What are you thinking?
So since I was born and brought up here, I never had that kind of culture shock here. But when I go back home, I'm like, why is it not like Dubai? Like I always the shops get closed by say 6 or 9 max, and here everything's like 24/7. If I need something, I know there's going to be one shop at least that's going to have something. So I've always had that difficulty in shifting.
Yes.
So I've always liked Dubai in those terms because I get culture shock elsewhere, not in Dubai.
That's so true. I grew up in Ireland. I moved here 12 years ago, and yet when I go home to my small town, I'm surprised. I'm like, but everything closes at 6. How am I gonna things close at 6?
How are we going to function?
The stores won't be open on Sunday. So if you need something, you need to go to the supermarket on Saturday at 6 p.m. Now, obviously, there's a few small stores, but they're always more expensive. Yeah, that's one of the things about living in Dubai. Before we end the show, we've got about 2 minutes left, and I just want to give a big shout out to Millie. Millie, who we work with. She had her driving test again. Oh, wait.
Did you?
I didn't want to name her.
Oh, okay. No, I think it's fine.
I just want to send her best wishes because she didn't pass this one, but I didn't mean to name her. Let's scratch that. This is not live. I just wanted to say that someone in our office, biggest eye roll you've ever seen in your entire life, someone in our office had her second RTA and it didn't go well, and I just wanted to wish her a massive luck for the best one, the next one. Have you done the RTA, but you're in the middle of your journey as well?
No, I don't want to be okay. I've been so I have still on the internal parking test space, and so we've got 5 parking spaces, right? I've passed only 2. The 3 major ones I've failed like massively. So yeah, I'll probably be rooting for her as well as myself because I don't know when I'm going to get this done.
Anyone going through the RTA parking right now, we are rooting for you. The internal parking is the hardest, but our colleague is nearly there. Look, that's everything for the Lovin Dubai show, but do stay tuned because next up we've got Lovin meets Shayma Sabry. We're going to talk about her unstoppable journey. We're so excited to welcome her. Do stay tuned. Lovin meets begins very, very shortly. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. She's not just inspiring, she's a force to be reckoned with. This woman has faced some of life's toughest battles, come out on top, and now she's here to share her journey with us from overcoming cancer to building an empire of content. She's done it all, but she's just getting started. Welcome to the Lovin Dubai show, Shayma Sabry. We're so excited to have you.
Good morning.
Good morning. You
I
look
never
phenomenal.
wake up this early for anyone, so I really love you guys.
Oh, well, we really love you too. And we're so
Thank you for having me.
excited to kind of like jump into your story and your journey because you've inspired so many people.
Thank you.
And now we have you here. So, you know, it's hard to know where to start really, but is it true you found out you had cancer on your 30th birthday?
Yes, in 2024, July 2024.
That's so recent. And can you remember that day?
I do. I was actually in Spain on my birthday trip, and I had traveled the day before, so on the 16th of July, and I got the news on the 17th. So unfortunately, the trip got cut very short, and I had to go to London the next day. And yeah, here we are now, a year and a half later.
And how first of all, you're such a brave person to continue to
Thank
share your
you.
story, and I think that needs to be said. If it's okay that we delve in a little bit deeper, how did you find out on your birthday? There must have been a test in advance. Was it in the family? You had gone to a doctor?
So, was it in the family? You mean if it's genetic? Thankfully not, because once you start your treatment, they make you do a test called the BRCA test, just to make sure that it's not genetic, because if it is, then it's a whole other process. And it wasn't, thankfully. But yeah, I just felt the lump in May, and then I got checked pretty late, like 2-3 months later, and it had gotten bigger. And I went to a doctor, and he just like felt it from the outside, and he's like, there's nothing to worry about, it's just fibrosis, but just to be safe, go get an ultrasound. So I went to a doctor, I got the ultrasound, and she immediately she stayed quiet, and she's like, this doesn't look normal. And then she started talking to my mom as if I wasn't there. And then I started to panic, but I still stayed positive. I was like, it's okay, my birthday's next week. I have plans, I'm traveling, I'm not gonna let this ruin my summer. And I got like a biopsy and a mammogram on the same day. And I told them I'm traveling, so if anything happens, just call me and I'll come back. I was in Egypt at the time on like my summer holiday. And yeah, they called me and I went to London because my parents wanted me to get treated there because we're all British by passport. So they just felt more comfortable with that.
Wow. I feel like we all have visitors to the doctor, and that moment where the doctor stalls and says, was that shocking to you when she said, like, what did that feel like?
Not really. I think I was just like in denial, like blocking everything out. I was like, "Ugh, there's no way, she's just exaggerating." And anyway, whatever it is, worst case scenario, it's going to be like a small procedure, like a surgery, they'll remove whatever it is. I think that's the main thought I was having. Anything other than that, my brain was just like blocking it out 100%.
And when would you say that it started to feel real?
I think when I started chemo, even then, it didn't really feel real. But when I started losing my hair, that's when it started to hit. I was like, okay, yeah, this is happening for sure.
Oh my
But
God.
yeah, honestly, I'm really glad. I think my advice to anyone going through this, not in the beginning, like maybe when they're towards the end of the journey, as they call it, maybe it's better when you talk about it a lot, because you kind of become a little immune and you can actually support others. I don't think if I had kept all this to myself, I don't think I would have been able to like be there for others and support other women going through it, because I would have probably cried every time I talked about it. But now I've become immune to the whole journey. So I'm like able to, listen to other people's stories and give them advice and actually be there for them. So
No, truly, and that's amazing. And I think that's one of the positive things. We talk on the show a lot about the positives and negatives of social media. And you even inspiring someone to check a lump, maybe, and that's what sharing your story has done. Like, you've been through chemo, you've been through hair loss. What do you look as the most challenging part of that journey?
like with chemo or hair loss or all of
Either,
it?
yeah.
I think it's just having to accept, with hair loss, having to accept the new version of yourself, and everything that comes with it. I remember everyone was like, you have such a great head shape. I was like, that's a compliment I never thought I would hear, but thank you. But with chemo, there's a lot of other things you need to face, like the side effects, like recognizing how strong your body is to be able to fight it and fight the chemo, not just the cancer, because it kills all your cells and your body's like trying to fight and fight and fight. So it just makes you realize how strong and beautiful our bodies are. Like, they carry us through so much, especially as women, so yeah.
Especially as women, I totally agree. You've talked about finding strength in your faith and saying that God doesn't burden a soul beyond what it can bear. So when things felt overwhelming, how did that belief steady you?
Honestly, I'm a firm believer in God, and I always feel like anything He puts our way, even if in the moment it feels like, oh, but why is this happening to me? Like, we all get these thoughts sometimes, like, oh, I'm such a good person, I didn't harm anyone, like, I'm so healthy, etc., etc. But you have to be 100% sure that there is a reason, there's a plan, because it's gonna add value to your life. It's going to make you stronger, wiser. You're going to meet certain people along the way. For me, I got closer with my family. I got to live with my mom again. So there's always, you know, light at the end of the tunnel, as they say. So I think when it comes to faith, you're just believing in something that you don't see, right? Like you just feel it. So you just feel that love and endless support. It's unconditional love, I feel, the way God loves us and cares for us. Even when we don't feel it in the moment, we see it later on. So I think that's what really kept me going the whole time.
It's amazing to find those positive lights throughout the journey. Were you always that kind of strong-spirited, or do you think going through what you went through has made that happen?
Honestly, this definitely got me closer to God in a more spiritual kind of way. Because I grew up in a religious family, so it was mostly like, you have to pray, you have to fast, you have to do this, you have to do that, don't dress like this. It was more like kind of commandments. But I think recently I've kind of got closer to God in a more spiritual way. Like, I genuinely feel so close to Him that nothing scares me anymore. Like, no matter what comes my way, I know He has my back, and I know that I'll get out of it, and I know that there is a plan. So yeah, I kind of got closer to God more in that sense, spiritually, more than like commandments, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. Can you share with the audience, where are you in your journey now?
So right now, I would say, I don't know, they call it remission, I guess. It's been 4 months or 3 months since I completely finished my injections, because I had to do injections for a year after I finished chemo. So now I feel like I'm just kind of getting back on my feet, reconnecting with myself, discovering like what I want now in my life, what my goals are. I recently got engaged.
Yes,
so
you did. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. So that's also like a completely new chapter for me. But yeah, hopefully uphill from here onto good, better, bigger things.
Absolutely. And we certainly will talk about the engagement, because I want to dive very deeply into that. But before we get there, I just want to speak a little bit about losing your hair and how you said that that was a challenge. But of course, from our perspective, you're embracing it, you're rocking it. So when did that moment happen, from the fear that I think anyone can completely empathize and sympathize with, of going through it, to I can embrace this?
I don't think it's like a specific moment. It's like ups and downs. Like even now, I have days where I cry while I'm styling my hair, and I'm like, I miss my hair. Like I'm over this like pixie look, because it's like forced upon you. You didn't choose it, you know. So I think it's just a journey of ups and downs. I remember even when I was bald, there were so many days where I really did feel like I'm rocking it, and I didn't care. And I was like, you know what? I look like a model. I don't care. I'm loving this look. And I would go like full glam. So I think it's just a journey of ups and downs throughout the whole process. And probably even when my hair is longer, I will get kind of flashbacks every now and then. That's what I heard from a lot of survivors that reached out to me. So yeah, I think it's just, unfortunately, it's a journey of ups and downs until it kind of fades into like a distant memory someday, hopefully. But yeah, for now I'm just embracing it, honestly.
And you speak about survivors reaching out to you. Did you expect, when you started to share your story, first of all, was it easy to decide to
Not at all.
put it online?
Not at all. I remember I was talking to like my best friends and my sister and my mom. I was like, there's no way I'm sharing this, like, no way. I'll probably just tell people, like, guys, I got sick. I need to take some time offline, and that's it. But then I remember I started chemo end of August 2024, and then second week of September, my hair started to fall. So I remember when I went to, like, shave it all off, I was like, Breast Cancer Awareness Month is in 2 weeks. There's no way I can be going through this hell and not like sharing it with people, because I'm sure there's at least one person out there that will feel what I'm going through. She'll feel less alone. So I remember I decided, the post I posted, I kept like drafting it, like just writing what I want to say. And then I just texted my friends and my sister, and I was like, guys, I'm going to just share this tomorrow. And I just did. And some of my friends shared about it on their social media, like just to tell people to wish me well and pray for me. So I think a lot of people knew about it already. But yeah, it wasn't easy at all, but I did not expect the outcome or like the reaction I got. And it's kind of sad because I didn't expect hundreds and thousands of women that are so young and so healthy to be going through this. Yeah, and I created like a support group on Instagram. We're only like 60 girls, and most of them are like in their 20s, their 30s, and it's just scary. It's like cancer is like the new like flu. Like, oh yeah, I have cancer, no big deal. And it's just terrifying, honestly. But yeah.
But I just imagine that you sharing and creating that group means so much to that small, that a group of people that are able to have those discussions.
Yeah, it means so much to me too. Like I reach out to them sometimes when I'm not feeling well because there are certain things that you really need to talk to someone that has been there. Because even if you talk to your friends, your family, if they haven't been there, they won't really get it. So yeah, I'm also really grateful for all the community that I've built because like they think I inspire them, but they inspire me too a lot.
So speaking of friends and family, you've had some support from some of your close friends, Karen Wazin, Basma, Busel, and I wonder how important if anyone's watching this show and they maybe are going through a diagnosis, how important is close friendships and family in your healing process?
It's really important, honestly, because I've heard a lot of stories of people that had to go through this journey on their own completely, like they hid it from their families. And for me, that's just like wild, because I don't think I would have been able to go through this without them. I'm not belittling myself, but like when it's something this traumatic mentally, emotionally, physically, you really need that safe space of family and friends that will carry you through whatever. So I've been really, really blessed for my dad, my mom, my brother, my sister, my close friends, and my community on social media as well. They also carried me through a lot of dark days. So yeah, I've been really, really blessed.
Okay, well, from dark days to happy endings. I think everyone was so excited when you announced your engagement. I saw the ring as you walked in. I was like, it's glowing.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about it? Were you expecting it? And tell us about that journey. It's coming up to Valentine's Day, so we're kind of in a love bomb.
We're in a lovey-dovey vibe. No, I didn't expect it because we were friends. But yeah, until we weren't, things happened so quickly. But again, I trust God's plan. So when it just felt like it's meant to be and it's happening so naturally without anything being forced, it was just like falling into place without us even trying. I was like, yeah, this is, for the first time, it felt like my nervous system is calm. I'm not worried. I'm not stressed. He really is my best friend. So yeah, the timing is crazy. It's like God was like, here you go. You've been through a lot. Here you go.
So you support friends first?
I do 100%. Because like you get to see how you both really are without trying to impress each other. So you genuinely see how the person is in all the states, like when they're happy, when they're sad, when they're angry, when they're disappointed. And you just like open up to each other without having like expectations or like trying to wow each other. So then if something does happen, then it's based on such a strong, like base. And it's important to have like the same core values and principles in life and just to be able to have fun together, like friends before anything.
For sure. And because you were friends first, can you remember when you first met? Like, can you remember thinking anything or?
Not really, because we weren't that close when we met. It was just the same circle of friends. So we would just talk every now and then. And yeah. And then after I got sick, by a few months, I was actually with someone else. And then we broke up. And then months after, we started to get closer. And yeah, here we are.
It's amazing. Do you feel that your idea of love has changed because of your journey? Do you feel that you have kind of a different expectation on what it means to be in a committed relationship?
Not necessarily. I think I think it's the same. I've always had certain standards to the kind of person I want to like call my husband, and he fits them all. But yeah, maybe this journey kind of opened my eyes to like truly knowing and seeing the people who truly love you, not just certain versions of you, you know what I mean? So I think, yeah, that's like true love, when you genuinely love someone through their downs, not just their ups. And yeah, to be able to genuinely carry someone when they're going through like hell emotionally and physically and mentally without making them feel bad, without judging them. So I think when I saw that side of him as well, it kind of made me feel safe. So yeah.
Very nice. And Valentine's Day, of course, is tomorrow. No, what day are we?
After tomorrow?
Yeah, after
Yeah.
tomorrow. What is your idea for the perfect Valentine's Day?
Nothing in particular, honestly. Like, I think just, I don't really believe in Valentine's Day, but we have to, you know, just celebrate it, because it's just weird if you don't, because you feel like you're left out.
Yeah, it's funny that.
Right? Because we know it's just like made up, but it's also cute. And honestly, every day feels like Valentine's Day with him. I know it sounds cliche, but he's always putting the effort and being there for me. But yeah, I don't know. I think the perfect Valentine's Day for me is just doing something heartfelt, something fun that we both enjoy, just spending quality time together. And yeah, that's it.
It's really nice, super cute. Okay, so 4 months post everything, and you know, you said this is the time when you're coming back to yourself. Can you give us an idea of kind of what's on the manifestation board? Do you vision board? Like, what's on kind of the grand plans for Shayma?
I don't know. Honestly, like, I had so many grand plans in 2024, and then they all, you know, disappeared when I got sick. So I just learned to not really have grand plans, but I do have goals, and then I'll get there no matter what. So the plans might change, but the goals are the same. So I think I just want to kind of work on a new content plan for myself, because, you know, it got very overwhelming. I used to do fashion and beauty, and I was this like light influencer. You just see my pretty pictures and videos, and that's it. And then I shared cancer content for a year, and now I'm just kind of, you know, trying to see what my new normal is. I have people that followed me for fashion, people that followed me for my cancer journey, people that followed me because I used to cook last year in Ramadan, which I will again. So yeah, I think I just really need to kind of figure out a content plan where I'm being my authentic self and doing what I genuinely love. So maybe a mix of both. Yeah, and I also want to start my own business soon, hopefully. And yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
Not yet.
It's under wraps.
Yeah.
Industry-wise, is it kind of fashion? Is it beauty? Is it...
I'm working on something that's just authentic to me and the journey I've been through, and like mixing it with, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah, hopefully. And I'm also writing my book. I don't know when I'm gonna, you know, publish it, but I don't want to put deadlines. I was hoping to publish on my birthday, but I'm not sure if that's gonna happen because it's taking some time. And yeah, and hopefully planning the wedding soon. And that's it, honestly. I've learned not to have like crazy grand plans, because you never know what comes your way. So just take it step by step, and like small plans, and they'll grow into what you eventually want. So
how amazing to hear how many great plans you've got ahead of you, you know, like that there's so many exciting things. But at the heart of it, you started a social media account. You went through something that, you know, we hope that no one watching has to go through. It's unimaginable. And here you are today, and you've inspired so many. And I just wonder if people were inspired by your journey, and even if they wanted to start posting on Instagram for the first time, what would you tell them to do? What would your advice be to someone
posting in general, or if they're going through cancer?
Someone who wants to start online, what would you say?
In general? I think things are different now. When I started, I used to model back in the day, so I had like a very small community, but I started being like a content creator or a blogger, let's say, in 2021. So I feel like things have drastically changed over the past 5 years. So I think my advice would be right now, just genuinely be your authentic self so you can build a community of people that are like you know what I mean? So you can connect together. Because the worst feeling is having a community that doesn't get you, you know? What's the point? So just be yourself so you can attract people that are similar to you, that genuinely enjoy your content, so you feel like you are adding value, whether it's comedy, fashion, food, whatever it is, lifestyle. Just do what genuinely makes you happy so you don't feel like you're putting on a mask or pretending just to get followers or to get likes or to get engagement. And I feel like I've been doing that recently, and it makes me really happy because I feel like my community is like my second family. So, yeah.
Shayma, Sabry, thank you so much for your time this morning. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. What a journey. That is the end of the Lovin Dubai show today, but we're back with you every single weekday morning, same time, same place. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.